What's up guys, Tony here with iTech Check, and today we're going to be taking a look at the SNAPTAIN S5C 4-axis drone. Now it does have photo and video. It can take 720p video. It's got a 6-axis gyro, voice control, trajectory flight, which you can use to draw like a little line on your app on your phone and it'll follow it, virtual control where you can use your phone as a controller, altitude hold, one key return, which is really convenient, and FPV transmission, where you can buy an external headset and fly this pretty much virtually like you were sitting in the cockpit. So let me show you what comes inside the box. Here you have your controller. It comes with like a little quick reference card on the controller, which is very convenient. And here's the controller itself. I've got pretty big hands and it fits pretty comfortably in it. Here's all the buttons. You got your speed control, the 360-degree flip, land takeoff. This is the headless mode and the one key return, emergency stop, and your photo video button and the power. Now you can also use your phone with this as like a little video viewer. This extends, you put your phone in here and you can see what the drone sees through its camera. It also comes with the battery charger. This is just a USB. You can plug it into a power brick that you use for your phone or your computer, whatnot. It also has a little red LED built in inside so you can tell when the battery is charging and when it's done. It comes with an extra battery. Here's your bag full of extra accessories. It comes with a full extra set of propellers, some extra screws, and some propeller caps, and a screwdriver. There is a couple things you need to install on the drone, but it's very painless and it doesn't take too long. Here, if you purchase this and you share your experience, you can get one of 3 free gifts: a micro SD card, a couple extra batteries, or this like a GoPro action camera. It tells you everything you need to do on the back here. And here is the manual. It says it gets about 7 to 9 minutes of flight time, so I will definitely be testing that out. And here is the drone. Very cool. It is super light, as you would expect and want, because the lighter the drone is, the more flight time you get because the batteries aren't very big. Now, as you can see, all these reflectors here, they do light up on the top and underneath, so you can see both ways. Here is the 720p camera, your on-off button. The battery is underneath here. If you want to take that out, you just slide this back, lift up, and the battery's underneath. Here are your landing pads, which you have to install. The propeller guards, which I installed just because I want my propellers to last, because I know this thing's gonna run into something.
Oh my gosh.
It's so violent.
Oh my god.
So I put the propeller guards on here. Now, I mean, they're super light, but if you don't put them on, it may increase your flight time 30 seconds or so. But I just put them on. Like I said, I want to guard the propellers from getting damaged because I'm sure this thing's going to run into something. So you can see here's my hand and here's the drone. It's not super small and it's not super big. I think it's a pretty good size for flying indoors if you have the room, or outside, providing that the wind isn't too windy. So let's go ahead and charge this thing up and see what it can do. Okay, so as you can see, everything's connected. I'm using my iPhone to show you the video taken directly from the drone. Everything's on. We're going to go ahead and take off now. So as you can see the video from the drone. Okay. Do the trim here a little bit. Okay. Let's try that 360-degree flip. Oh! That was funny. Let's take a little video here. So it is kind of snowing out right now. It's not doing bad. All right, let's stop the video. Okay, let's see how it lands. Let's try the landing. No, that wasn't the landing. Hold on. There you go. Let's go ahead and take off again. Let's try the different speeds. All right. All right, I like it better back on the lower speed. Let's see what else can do. The emergency stop. And it just immediately shuts off. Okay. Take a couple of shots. Those are a couple photos from it. See what else we can do. Let's try that return landing again. So I press the button, it's coming back. So it did come back, it does not land. You have to hit the landing button. Okay, so here we're gonna purely use the app to control the drone. We'll see how this works out. I've never done this before, and it should be a lot easier inside because there's absolutely no wind or rain. So let's try this out. Okay, so here I'm controlling the drone purely with the phone. Works pretty well. So let's try a gyroscope mode here. That seems to work out pretty good too. So I'm purely using the phone's motions to control the drone. Alright, let's try a different mode here. Okay, so we're back to controlling it with screen. Let's try some trajectory. That's pretty cool. Come back. That's pretty cool. Okay. So you can see what you're controlling. Let's try the voice. Come back. Forward. Left. Down. Take off. So you can use the voice controls in conjunction with you flying it with your hands. Take off. Take some video. It flies really well, especially when you're inside. Here's a bit more video that I took directly from the drone, so you can see a little bit better how the video quality actually is. See what the VR does. Oh, that's pretty cool. So if you had your VR glasses, this is what it would look like. Take off. Right side. Left side. Left side. Back. Forward. Right side. So the voice control works really well. I just needed to learn the controls, and it says it right on the screen when you're using it. Very responsive. It's hard to look at the controls and record, but it flies pretty good. Land. There you go. Okay, so my take on the SNAPTAIN S5C. It's definitely a lot of fun to use. There is definitely a learning curve because it has so many options, and along with the touch screen of the phone, it's sometimes hard to control and hit those buttons just because there's no physical button. It's tap screen, so you need to be looking at the screen and make sure that you're hitting the correct button. It's recommended for ages 14 plus. If your child can handle a drone like this, then of course you can get it for a much younger child. But like I said, because there is such a learning curve, and if you haven't used a drone before, it's a little difficult to fly. But if you have plenty of room and nothing to hit around your house, you really shouldn't have any worries. In my backyard, I was just in my backyard because it is it's snowing just very slightly, and moisture was accumulating on here, and there was a little breeze, so it was a little difficult to control. It did drift, as you saw in the video, but from the video I took on the inside of my house, it was great. It was very responsive. It flew very well, but you really need a big space. So if you're going to fly in your house, you can do it. You can't take advantage of all of its features, but you can play around with it inside the house. If you're outside, have a huge area, nothing to really run into or land in. It's definitely a lot better for use outside. It definitely got those 7 to 9 minute flight times. It will vary depending on how much speed you use. So if you're constantly making it go up and down, it's gonna definitely drain the battery a lot more, because to accelerate and gain altitude, it needs to use a little bit more battery. The 720p camera on here is not bad. It's got a very good representation of color, motion. The only thing that I think that it lacks, that it could be a little better, is the blurriness. I wish it was more clear. But then again, if you're buying this for the camera, then you're probably going to want one of the more expensive models. But this definitely does the job, especially for the price point that you're getting this at. And here is the camera on the bottom here. You can definitely move it up and down if you wish. So if you want it facing more forward, you can push it up a little bit more. Of course, I push it up too much. Other than that, it flew as expected outside. Like I said, they don't recommend you fly it where there's any rain, wind, snow, as we saw, because the slightest bit of wind, it's going to fight to come back, and that's what I experienced outside. Inside the house works really well because there is no wind. You just need a lot of space to use. But overall, I'm pretty pleased with this drone. It works really well. Flight time is within the parameters that they said you would get. Now, as you saw outside, this did take quite a bit of tumbles. It flipped over a little bit. Nothing broke on here. It's definitely still flyable. The props got a little scratched up, but they give you a whole other set just in case. So if you're looking for a fairly inexpensive drone as maybe like a starter for your kid, or maybe for you, like me, I'm a big kid, but it was super fun to play with. I love these kind of things. This is definitely one you're going to want to take a look at. So I will be putting a link in the description in case you guys want to check it out yourself. And if you want to purchase it, please use that link, because it definitely helps me keep making videos for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that little notification bell to let you know when I put out new videos. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Later. And here is the camera on the bottom here. You can definitely move it up and down if you wish. So if you want it facing more forward, you can push it up a little bit more. Of course, I push it up too much. It does rotate, so you can move it around.